In case anyone was curious how I am storing all of this summer, this is what my office currently looks like. It is the last day of school. I'm gonna miss them a lot. So this is my official last classroom vlog, at least for this school year. Good morning. It is the last Monday of the school year, and it is an early dismissal day, so my students leave at 1:15, and we have an assembly, and we're doing water activities, so it should be a pretty easy day. I'm gonna go grab some coffee regardless because I am tired. I had a pretty busy weekend. Saturday I had a birthday party, and then filming, and then yesterday my boyfriend, his mom, and his sister and I all drove up to Pennsylvania to see his grandmother because it was her birthday, and it was a quick trip. I mean, it's a 3-hour drive up and back, but we just did a day trip. So we got home kind of late. I'm just pretty tired overall because I had to get up early yesterday. So I'm gonna go get my coffee and then I'll catch up with you guys at school.
Good morning, may I take your order?
Good morning. Can I get a medium iced coffee with the s'mores flavor and cream? And one of the bacon, egg, and cheese on a plain bagel sandwiches.
Okay, 674.
Thank you. All right, it is lunchtime, which means it's almost the end of the day. Lunch will be over at 12:40, and then dismissal starts around 1:10, 1:15. So we have about a half an hour when we get back. We're just gonna pack up, stack our chairs, and sit on the carpet because there's no point in even trying to do anything during that time. So far, it's been a pretty rough day. First thing this morning, I had them making thank you cards for the lady who brings our dog in so that I can give them to her. And then after that, I let them go on Prodigy, and I tried to get a couple of small things done in my room, but my students were having so many issues like working with each other that I didn't really get a lot done. Then we had an assembly, and then during the assembly I got pulled out to go have my end of the year evaluation, and it was actually really good. I got highly effective overall, and then my SLO was full points, and then together with my evaluation and my SLO I had like a 95 out of 100, so I'm super happy with that, and I have a copy so I can show that in interviews, which is fantastic. Then we went outside for water activities, and then now they are at lunch. So it's been rough behavior-wise, like ton of students acting out. I had one that had to get taken up to the office. One was supposed to be in ISS today, and they just decided he didn't need to be in ISS, so he's back in my room and of course has been having issues. But it's okay because the day is almost over. Tomorrow we have awards and our picnic, which means there should be a lot of parents here, which helps because they will be with their parents and it just takes a lot off of me. So I'm gonna go eat my lunch and then I'll talk to you guys after. So of course I went to get my lunch, which I always just pack into my purse because it's big enough to hold it all. And I realized my purse was out in my car and it's over 90 degrees today, so I don't think I can eat it. It's like all melted and I had tuna and yeah. So it is now 2:45. I feel like I've barely had any time to vlog today, but it's just been a really crazy day. So all of my students were gone by 1:45, and then I was talking to a teacher who's actually gonna be taking over my position. I'm so happy because she's absolutely amazing. She's been a sub in our building for a long time. Anyway, so it is now 2:45. I thought I'd give you guys a quick room update. I didn't really make a lot of progress today. I didn't have time. I still have to go through those binders over there on the bookshelf. My desk is a hot mess. I just have stuff everywhere. I went through and cleaned out all of their pencil containers, and I just put all their pencils in a bag. If they ask me for their pencil, I'll give it back to them. If not, I'm just gonna throw them away, and then I'm gonna throw away their pencil bins because they're absolutely disgusting and they came from the dollar store. This is our checklist for our school that we have to complete for the end of the year. At the faculty meeting, they were announcing staff that was leaving, and so I got these flowers, which is super sweet, and a card. Still have my coffee from this morning, did not finish that, and then I have some punch. As for the back of my room, stuff is just everywhere. Good news is, after the picnic, these juice boxes will be gone, but I literally just have containers everywhere imaginable, and I can't really do anything about it until I can start taking stuff home. I was able to get my rules posters taken down. Those were over on the wall above my flag. They were just hooked up with command hooks, and then the PTA brought these bags earlier. They're like little goodie bags to send home with students over the summer, so I'm going to try to send those home tomorrow. I actually have to go meet with my grade level team now. We have to do something called articulation, and if you don't know what that is or your school doesn't do that, it's basically where we divide up the kids into their classes for next year. year. The office actually gives us an index card for each student, and it has a sticker with all of their information on it, and the index cards are different colors based on that student's gender and race. And the reason for that is when we divide up the classes, we want to make sure that each class has a pretty even distribution of gender and a pretty even distribution of race. Their cards also have their instructional level for BAS. That way we can make sure that classes have a pretty even distribution of below level students and on level students and above level students. When we do this, we basically will start with one of the genders and races. So like we'll take Caucasian girls and we'll divide them up, and then we'll do the same for all the other genders and races. And then after we've done that, we take a look at them to make sure they have a fair amount of working towards on level and above level students, and it's pretty even between the classes. Even though we spend the time to do this, it usually takes like 45 minutes. The classes end up getting changed before the fall starts anyway because parents call up and make changes, so it's kind of pointless. But it is one of our responsibilities for the end of the school year, and they are due today by 4. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'm gonna come back in my room, try to straighten up just a little bit, and then I'll catch back up with you guys. I wanted to give you guys a room update. I do still need to tape close these drawers so that they don't come open when we are moving them. I do still need to go through my binders, but I just haven't had time for it yet. I'm going to be leaving this rug for the teacher taking over my room. I've used it for 3 years and I just don't really need something else to take with me. And I'm leaving my file crate out until I know that there's nothing else to file away. I did find someone to take this white bookshelf. My team teacher is going to take it, and if she doesn't want it, I will leave it for the teacher taking over my room. My desk is also looking a lot more cleared off. This binder has all of my students' awards for the assembly tomorrow. So the way we do it, the office gives us all of the awards. Each student has a page protector with a sticker in the corner. That sticker has their name, and we check off all of the awards that student gets. We put them all in the page protector. That way, when we call students up, we just say their name, we can list off the awards that they are getting and hand them the entire page protector. And the reason I put mine in a binder is because my first year, I just went up with a stack of page protectors, and obviously the plastic is really slick, and they all ended up sliding off onto the floor, and it was so embarrassing. So ever since, I have gone up with a binder so I can take them out one by one. These are my students' pencils that I'm just kind of holding on to. These are plates for the picnic tomorrow. These are our class iPads. I'm gonna go ahead and take them home. Fortunately, I got these through Donors Choose, and because I am still teaching, I have permission to take them with me, and I'm so incredibly grateful for that. This top part is a lot more cleared off. I just have some sticky notes, and a pencil, and then a whole bunch of paper clips because I have a million paper clips and I don't have enough room in my drawers, so I'm just leaving them up there, and whatever I don't end up using, I'll put it in a bag and leave for the teacher taking over my room. This is my bag of stuff that I need like ASAP for my desk when I get in my new classroom. I'm gonna move it to a different box. This just happened to be the only one I had on hand that I could use. But I talked about this in my end of the year organizational video. So I have like packaging tape, and I'm gonna use this to tape drawers closed. I have a small hole puncher. I have some magnets. I have a binder clip because those are life and I use them for everything. I have tape. I have a stapler, some sticky notes, a whole bunch of pens, and a pair of scissors. Just kind of those necessary things that you always end up needing. That way I have them all in a box ready to go. This is a box of stuff that I'm gonna go ahead and take home with me today along with the iPads. A lot of people have asked me where I get these containers from. I originally got them on clearance at Target. However, they do have them on Amazon. I think they're around $5 a piece, but they are linked for you in my Amazon store. Just go under the organizational category. And these are how I store construction paper and just a couple of other things. So I'm taking all of those home. All of my keyboards, just because they happen to fit perfectly in there. This is my fold-up stool that I have back by my sink, and then this has all of my extra coffee pods for my Keurig. Next, in these cabinets, Those containers are all mine, but I'm just leaving them in there until it's time to move. I did go ahead and move the ones from this bottom part of the cabinet. That way I could start putting stuff in here that's gonna be left for the new teacher. So I have this whole thing of glue that I ordered my first year and I never ended up using. So I'm gonna leave it because obviously it was bought with school money. Same thing with the paints. These are extra dry erase markers that still had some ink left, a stapler, oh my goodness, a tape dispenser. That's horrible. I am so tired right now. And some craft dough that actually was here when I first came in and I never ended up using it. So I have containers just kind of everywhere right now. I tried to pack as many into this cabinet as possible, but they did not all fit, hence the ones in the cubbies. But those all belong to me, and those are all things that I've bought, so I'm taking those with me. This one is completely clear. This one has all of the math stuff, which I showed you before, and this one has some extra math stuff. You guys have seen this area for the past like week, ever since I packed up this area. It hasn't really changed a lot. I stacked up more of those containers that I have over here. This was a container that I had under my sink and it carried like extra soap and paper towels and things like that. But I've put like extra supplies that don't even fit in my other plastic containers in there. So like extra markers, yarn, things like that. These are all of my erasers. I'm gonna try to take those home tomorrow. This stuff is all mine. Again, it's just kind of trying to put out of the way as much as possible. iPads are gone. These are juice boxes for the picnic tomorrow. This is going to be staying. This is a literature organizer from Storex, and I'm so sad to be leaving it behind because it's one of the favorite things in my classroom that I have. However, it was bought with school money, so I do have to leave it behind, but that's okay. I can just splurge and get a new one. These are my headphone containers, so I need to send those students home with their headphones tomorrow. Then, of course, I have a bunch more storage containers stacked up over here. I did go into the storage closet and got out my huge tarp, and I totally forgot I even had to bring this home. So I figured I'd pull it out so that I don't forget. This is a stack of stuff that I need to send home with a student who wasn't here today. Still need to get a bag for that. Extra paper that I'm kind of holding on to for now. This has like crayons that have been used but are still like usable. Same thing with markers. And then this has like my old erasers and just some other random supplies that I felt like putting in there. These are our math journals, which I was informed today that we're supposed to collect them. And I guess someone's gonna come around and collect them all from the school, which is so silly to me. Like, why not send it home with the students? I already sent a bunch of them home, so too bad, so sad. This is all I have left. To me, like, we didn't use all the pages. Why not send it home so they can do it over the summer? It seems so stupid to collect them all and then just throw them away. But regardless, I put all of those bags from PTA in here just so it was more organized. And this is literally a container of just bags because I'm needing bags all the time lately, and I just put them all right there. These are our bins, and I've actually used these for 2 years. And I wiped out the inside. I'm gonna bring them home with me and run them through the dishwasher this summer because they are still in great shape and I can still use them again. I need to pack up this lamp. I still have my stools. I need to pack that up as well. I did make a little more progress over here though. So this cabinet, I have a bunch of extra things of tissue and hand sanitizers and like paper towels and stuff, and I'm just leaving those there for now because I don't have anywhere to put them. Under here, that is my bag of bags, and I'm leaving that just in case I end up needing them in the next couple days. These are all extra Ziploc bags that I have. So again, just kind of leaving them for now. This cabinet is completely cleared off with the exception of some bowls and some napkins, and I'm just gonna hopefully use them over the next couple days. Whatever I don't use will be left behind. That pencil sharpener was bought with school money, so that will be staying. This one is a personal one of mine, so I will be bringing that with me. This drawer is completely empty. So is this one. And under here is empty as well. Carpet squares will be staying because they were actually here when I got here, so I don't personally own them. I'm leaving them behind. I still have these containers up here, and I've added some boxes. This is clear, like all that belongs to the school with the exception of these binders. These are where I store my Rooted in Reading, and as you can tell, I stored away a couple months and then never finished it. Sorry, not sorry. I need to bring in some boxes tomorrow so that I can pack the rest of them away. So here is just a 360. I do feel like I made some progress, but again, it's hard because right now I feel like I'm just stacking stuff up to actually take it home, and until I get stuff out of here, it's still gonna feel super cluttered. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am so sweaty right now. It's not even funny. My room is so hot. So I'm gonna get out of here. I don't even know what time it is. I haven't looked at my phone in like over an hour, so it's probably, I don't know, 5:30, something like that. I need to go out and run some errands. I need to get gifts for my team teachers, and I think honestly I'm just gonna get them Amazon gift cards because who doesn't love Amazon and who doesn't love gift cards? And I feel like sometimes we try to be so creative with like giving people certain gifts, but then it's not something they can actually use. And to me, that just defeats the purpose. So I'm gonna get them Amazon gift cards because I know that they can use that. I need to get those. I also need to get gifts for the 2 assistants that are in my room because I appreciate everything that they have done for me this year. They are amazing, and I wanna make sure that they know that I appreciate that. I also need to take some stuff from school. I'm just gonna pack as much into my car tonight as possible. Tomorrow after school, my boyfriend is gonna come. We're gonna do another load, possibly another load on Wednesday. And then Thursday, which is the very last day, there's no students, it's just teachers that day. My mom and dad are gonna come. Good morning. It is the second to last day of school, and today is also our award ceremony and our class picnic. So each grade level does a different day and time, but all the days and times that we wanted were already claimed, so we have to do it today. So I curled my hair just a little bit for this, but I'll be honest, I was not gonna sit there and curl my hair for half an hour when it's gonna be 90 degrees, and we're gonna be outside for our picnic for like an hour in 90-degree heat, and I am going to get so sweaty and I'm gonna look like a hot mess, so it's not even worth it. I am gonna go and just get a small coffee this morning because I need to drink it on my way to school because I have a mom who's coming in this morning to volunteer, which I'm so super grateful for, and she asked if I wanted coffee from one of these like local coffee places that's here in my town, and I said no because I always feel bad. Like, I don't want people to feel like they have to bring me things or give me things. Like, I have a hard time just accepting things from people, so I said no, and then it would look really awkward if I walked in with my coffee. So I'm gonna try to drink it on the way to school, and I'll catch up with you guys there.
Good morning, may I take order?
Good morning. Can I get a small vanilla latte with no whipped cream, please?
Hot latte or cold one?
Cold.
Anything else?
Nope, that will be it.
It's 328.
Thank you. All right, I just got to school. I am working on finishing my coffee, and I brought in this blue container. I have had this for like 6 years now. You guys can see it still has a sticker from when I was moving into like my freshman dorm in college. But this is what I'm going to use as my box to pack all of the stuff that I need like first thing in my new classroom. So everything that's in this little box is going to go into this bigger box, and then I'll probably end up putting just some smaller things in there that I don't necessarily need the first day, but I'm just going to try to utilize this space as much as possible. And then this is what my students are doing until our award ceremony, because that's not until 10 o'clock. So this was a freebie I found on TBT. It's 8 pages long, and it makes this little like memory book. So here's the first page. It's just a cover page, and I think she had it all the way up to like 5th grade. And then you can see like there's the tabs on the side, so when they're done they can see all of the tabs once they cut them out. And it just has like an about me page, and it has a few of my favorite things. And the reason I picked this is because one of the pages, let me see, yeah, this one is an autograph page, and that is our day for the summer countdown. It is yellow and exchange autographs day. We kind of cheated for that one, but it's okay. So this will give them an opportunity to exchange autographs, and it will keep them nice and occupied until it is time for our awards. I obviously did not think this through because I cleaned out their supply caddies yesterday, and they still need crayons and they still need scissors. So I'm gonna put out a paper bowl of crayons at each table, and I'll just throw some scissors on there as well. This is as good as it's gonna get on the second to last day of school. And just like that, it is the end of the day, and all of my students are gone because these days are super hectic. My students worked on their memory books, and then we had our awards, and then our picnic, and then we just tried to survive until dismissal. Good news is I did have 2 parents who were in my room this morning who wanted things to do, so I had them close all of these drawers with tape so that they don't come open when I'm moving them. These are materials that the new 2nd grade teacher dropped off. I also had her tape close all of these drawers, and you will notice my back table is just a little bit neater than yesterday. All of those baggies of like decor items that were back here, I put into one of these large storage bags from Dollar Tree, and I just have them right now in one of those containers. The parent also taped closed all of these drawers. They're empty, but I just don't want them flying open when I'm trying to move them. As for my desk, like, it's kind of a hot mess right now. These are their bags of the end of the year gifts that I already showed you guys a couple of vlogs ago. I'm just keeping those on my desk until the end of the day tomorrow. This is my container with stuff that's supposed to be like essentials for my room that I need to have with me when I first get my classroom, but I also ended up putting all my DVDs in here just because I didn't really have anywhere else to put them, and this fit perfectly. I also have my pencil sharpener in here in a plastic baggie, and then I showed you all of this yesterday as well. Then I have my lesson planning binder, which I need to go through and clean out. I do still have these drawers because I had some things in there that I still needed to get out. These drawers are not going to go home until after tomorrow is done because I am still using some things from those drawers. These are nurse notes and tardy slips from the entire year. I have to turn those in when I turn in my keys at the end. We have to turn them in every year. I still have another one of those storage bags ready. These are some letters that have to go home with students tomorrow. I have some thank you cards out, which I need to write for some gifts I received today. This is the gift, and actually I already gave one to one of the assistants in my room, but this is the gift for the other assistant. So this little canvas baggie came from Target, and then on the inside there's just some chocolates, a chapstick, an Amazon gift card, and then a handwritten note. I also have handwritten notes and Amazon gift cards for two of the ladies in the front office because I feel like they often go unrecognized. These are all of my students' clips, which I will let them take home tomorrow, and then this is a baggie to put my keys and my key fob in on the last day of school. Shout out to my boyfriend for coming and helping me, because with his help we were able to get a lot of it cleared out. Honestly, we fit a lot more into our two little cars than I kind of expected. So we were able to clear off this entire bookshelf. We also got everything from the back counter with the exception of these binders. I need to go through those tomorrow. We got rid of all of those iris containers that had a lot of my books and things in them. So all that's really left are these big black tubs, which my parents are going to help me get on Thursday. I do still have a lot more of like these clear Sterilite bins. I think my boyfriend and I are going to try to take those tomorrow. This is just like some small piddly stuff that we'll have to throw into the car. I think I'm going to leave behind this paper. I have these bins with extra like crayons and markers and some glue sticks, just some random supplies. I'm gonna bring another box tomorrow and try to pack those in there. These still need to get picked up. These will be handed out to students tomorrow. And then this has extra plastic bags, and whatever I don't use, I will just leave behind. This is going to get picked up by my parents on Thursday. My stools hopefully will get picked up by them on Thursday. Same thing with all of these. Hopefully my parents will also be able to get the scoop rockers and my rainbow drawers and my bookshelf. I still need to clear off those binders. I'm gonna have them take my beanbag, my chair, my pillow, my book buddies, and this crate and all of my rolly carts. This obviously I've already told you guys is staying. More rolly carts over here, and then my 3 drawer units over here. All right, we are officially done for today. We have fit as much as possible into both of our cars. We both need to go to the gym, although I feel like I already got my workout in. I'm sweating so bad right now. It's another 90-degree day, and I probably made close to what, like 15 trips to the car. So I'm very hot, I'm very sweaty, I'm very tired, but I feel like I made a lot of progress. Tomorrow is the last day of school, so we are going to trade out the tables that are in my room for desks in my team teacher's room, because she told me she wanted my tables, and that's completely fine with me. Obviously, it doesn't make a difference since I won't be here, so I'm gonna give her my tables, and then she'll put the desks into this classroom. We have to get that done tomorrow. I need to finish my read aloud book with my students tomorrow. I have to read Last Day Blues, and then we're gonna sit and watch a movie, and that's going to be it. Billy and I will also make another trip tomorrow, try to fill up both of our cars again, and then whatever is left will have to go in either my car or my parents' car on Thursday. On that note, it is 3:45 on the nose, and I have no need to stay late today because everything's packed up and I literally have nothing here to do. So I'm gonna go ahead to the gym and I will catch back up with you guys tomorrow. Just for the record, this is what my car looks like. Not to mention my trunk is completely stuffed as well. So one of my many Amazon orders came in today. These are adult coloring books that I got for all of my team teachers to go along with their Amazon gift cards. It is a coloring book of how teachers swear. So I think, yeah, you can see some of the ones on the back. I think they were like $6 each, but they were just way too funny to pass up on. Good morning! It is the last day of school and I have a mix of emotions. Yes, I'm excited for summer. Yes, it has been a very rough year and I need summer very badly just for like my mental stability. However, it has really started to hit me this week, and yesterday after the picnic, I had to say goodbye to one of my parents who I've come to love so dearly this year, and after she left the room, I just lost it and I bawled for the next like 20 minutes, and I can only imagine how I'm going to be today saying goodbye to my kids. And I've already had parents messaging me that their kids were already crying this morning. And it's especially hard this year because like I'm not going to see them again. Usually I'm going to continue to see them for 3rd grade and 4th grade and 5th grade in my same building, and this year I'm not, and it's like really hitting me that I'm going to miss them a lot. So I shouldn't have even worn makeup because I know that I'm gonna cry today, but I managed to get up at 7:15 and I'm still leaving by 7:30, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm gonna go get myself a huge coffee, probably 2 donuts, and then I will meet up with you guys at school. I just got to school and went and hand delivered some thank you notes to some students from last year who brought me gifts yesterday. I have my end of the year gifts for my students ready to go. I have the Last Day Blues book ready to go to read to my students when we come back from lunch. I mentioned that in my last video. It is a tradition I always read on the last day of school, and now I need to go deliver my team teachers gifts. My students are at lunch and I'm actually going to go up and eat with them in the cafeteria because that is what I'm doing for my students this week for the Teacher 3, but I wanted to give you guys a quick shot of my room before I do that. As you can tell, my desk is a hot mess. I have stuff everywhere. I haven't even finished my coffee from this morning because I've been dealing with behavior problems. One of my friends is in ISS because he punched a kid, and I can deal with a lot on the last day, but when you start endangering other students, at that point you have to go. Like, sorry. But my team teacher and I went ahead and switched out the desks in her room for all the tables in mine, with the exception of this one because we ended up getting yelled at by administration. Apparently, students or teachers are not allowed to move any furniture, not even desks, which none of us were aware of. And it doesn't make sense because just this week, our janitor had students helping him move tables, but regardless, we got yelled at. But we did get most of it moved with the exception of the one table, but obviously, you know, it doesn't really make a difference to me. I did stack up all of my black tubs. I got all of my containers out of my cabinets, and I have locked all of my cabinets. So I literally have nothing left to get, with the exception of this stuff stacked up on the counters. I have a couple of things on the back table, my tarp, my stools, those containers, and then the stuff in my library. I don't even want to record this because I look so bad right now. My eyes are like puffy and red because I have been crying, and it started first thing this morning. I was tearing up on the way to work, and then I got here when my students started coming in. You know, they were bringing me like cards and I was reading them, and I just like lost it this morning, and then I got myself together until dismissal, and then I completely lost it again. It's like 3:30 now, so let me kind of back up. The last time I talked to you all, my students had gone to lunch. I went down and joined them, and while I was there with lunch, I finished writing thank you cards for any of my students who brought me gifts. Came back to the room, we read Last Day Blues because that is a tradition of mine. My students got everything out of their cubbies, and then we had cupcakes that were provided by like PTA or something, I don't know. But we had cupcakes, we ate those, and then dismissal started. So how it works for us, car riders will go first, and then walkers, and then the bus riders, we took them all up to the front, and they would just leave as their buses came in. I bawled. I'm not even gonna lie. I bawled my eyes out for probably about an hour and a half. It started 15 minutes before dismissal, and it continued until dismissal had been done for like half an hour. And what got me the most was just the fact that I'm not gonna see a lot of them again. You know, in years past, I've known that I'm gonna see them again in 3rd grade and 4th grade and 5th grade. And this year I'm not. And yes, I'm gonna keep in contact with as many of them as I can. And I do plan on coming back here to kind of revisit with them. But I know that a lot of them I'm probably never gonna see again. And it just really got to me, especially my twins. I formed such an attachment with them this year, and I love them to death. And the girl was hugging me and wouldn't let go, and she was crying, her mom was crying. And like, I just, every time I would get myself together, I'd start bawling all over again. And her mom was actually gonna take her and her brother home. So they stayed until after all the buses were gone. And even then, like, everyone else had gone inside. We were the only ones outside, and she just wouldn't let go of me. And it was one of the hardest things I think I've ever done. Like, it was really rough. And I mean, it's happiness. Like, I'm happy that they're going on to 3rd grade, and I'm so proud of them for how hard they worked, but I'm also sad that I have to say goodbye to them. And I know that that's a family I'm 100% gonna keep in contact with, but still, it's hard. After I finally pulled myself together, me and my team teachers all met because we had to stuff report card envelopes, which first we have to handwrite at the bottom what grade our students are being promoted to. So for all of them, it's 3rd grade. I did not have any retentions this year. And then we have to sign them, and then we have to make copies of the report cards. Then we have to stuff them, and then we had to do their permanent records. So each student has, it's like a piece of cardstock. We have to fill out the year, the school, the grade, and then whether or not they were promoted to the next grade level. And then we have to stick these stickers on, and then we had to put them with the copies of the report cards, and then we had to put them in alphabetical order for the entire grade. So that took probably like an hour, I don't know. But I'm so fortunate that my boyfriend has been moving stuff while I was busy doing that. So he took a load. You'll notice there's like nothing on my counter anymore. Ignore the bell, I'm sorry. I think that means it's 3:45. So he is on his way back to get another load of stuff. I need to get all of those containers from on my bookshelf, and then that's pretty much it. My parents are gonna come and get the rest tomorrow. So I'm gonna go get busy moving stuff, and I'll catch back up with you guys after. gonna give you guys one final look at my room for today. So these are all of my Sterilite drawers. My parents are going to get those tomorrow. Expo spray, I'm leaving. All of these dry erase markers, I am leaving. My desk is completely cleared off. The technology I can leave. Our tech person will take care of it. These are Expo wipes for the board. I am leaving those. Those are my tardy slips and my nurse forms I have to get turned in at checkout. This is a plastic bag for my keys, which I will put in there tomorrow. I'm leaving my flowers for now, but I will take those home with me tomorrow. Tissues, I am leaving. This is my box of all of my stuff that I need for like the first day of school, and I am leaving that here for now just in case I need anything, and I'll take that with me tomorrow. Bookshelf is staying for the new teacher. My team teacher was gonna take it, but we decided just to leave it for the new teacher. This rug is staying. I need to get a box tomorrow to put the rest of those binders in, and then I'm taking my bookshelf. My parents will be taking these. This is all stuff that the new teacher has brought in. All of my cabinets are locked and ready to go. Pencil sharpener and some extra tissues. These are more things that the new teacher has brought in, plus I had extra plastic bags, paper towels, and wet wipes. I'll probably use some of those tomorrow, but whatever I don't use, I will leave. This area is all cleared off. My mailboxes are staying. Those are just extra poster boards that I'm leaving. And then this is all stuff that my parents are going to hopefully be able to take for me tomorrow. Whatever does not fit onto the trailer and in their car will get taken by me in my car. In case anyone was curious how I am storing all of this summer, this is what my office currently looks like, and this is not even including some stuff that's sitting in the bathroom, some stuff that is still out in the living room, and all of that stuff that I showed you that is still in my classroom that my parents are coming to get tomorrow. So in case anyone doesn't understand how much teachers have to spend on their classrooms, this is all stuff that I have personally bought with my own money. I don't know if I should be proud or scared by this, but this is what I'm going to be living with for the next 2 weeks until we actually move. That's my life. I have to show you guys my shirt before I talk about anything else. So it says straight out of pencils. I got it on Amazon, and it's just a perfect representation of the end of the school year. I had an amazing night last night. So after my boyfriend and I took all of the stuff from our cars, moved it back up to the apartment, which I'm so tired of doing, by the way, we went out to a really nice dinner. We went to a crab house, and I got some stuffed shrimp, and it was stuffed with crab imperial and a salad and French fries. It was amazing. And my boyfriend got crab legs and potatoes and shrimp and clams, and it was so needed. After this school year, it was so good just to sit there and enjoy the meal and not have to talk about school. Speaking of school, I need to start heading there, and today literally consists of moving those last couple of things into my parents' car and then sitting there and just waiting until they tell us that we can go because there's nothing to do. I do have to check out with administration, give them my keys and my tardy slips and my nurse slips, but after that, there's nothing. Like last year I sat there and watched Netflix. So I'm gonna go get a coffee because I will actually be able to sit and enjoy it today, and then I'll catch up with you at school. Obviously, I just showed you guys my classroom yesterday and nothing has really changed, but I did want to talk to you quickly about my rugs. So this black rug came from Target. It was only $15 and I've used it for 1.5 years and it still looks pretty much brand new. So I'm going to take this one with me. But this purple rug, it has been used for 3 years and it is absolutely disgusting. I don't even want to think about the number of times kids have spilled milk on it during lunch bunch or picked their nose and wiped their boogers on it. So it is gonna stay. I originally got this from Boscov's for about $50. And I feel like if I got 3 good years of use out of it, that's good enough for me. And then this little rug I'm gonna leave as well. This came from Big Lots and I want to say it was like $20 or $25. And again, I've had this since my first year of teaching. I've used it for 3 years. I'm just gonna leave it behind because I don't really have the room to be taking extra stuff. You will have to ignore the ridiculous amount of dirt that is on my floor from underneath of my rug. It's so disgusting, but it's about 9:45. My parents came around 9. We moved all the rest of my stuff. Everything that is back here belongs to the new teacher that is coming in. And now I just sit and wait until we are told that we can leave. So we just got the okay that we can go ahead and leave. So I'm gonna give you guys one final shot of my empty classroom before I go. So this is my official last classroom vlog, at least for this school year. It is definitely bittersweet. I am ready to move on to like new adventures and the next step of my life and my teaching career. But at the same time, I'm really sad to be leaving here. Since I'm officially starting my summer schedule, I am not gonna have a video going up on Sunday. My new schedule is going to be Tuesday, Thursday, and then my summer vlogs will be going up on Saturday, just like my classroom vlogs. I also wanted to update you guys on something kind of exciting. I'm gonna be taking over the Target Teachers account on Instagram on Tuesday, June the 20th, so make sure you guys check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here though. I'm very anxious to start my summer vacation. Do not expect me up tomorrow before like noon. I'm gonna sleep in as late as humanly possible. If you did enjoy this vlog, as sad as it was, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end and for supporting my YouTube channel. If you want to check out any of my older videos, you can use the 2 links right down here. If you want to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos, you can use the link right up here. The links to all of my social media sites, my Teachers Pay Teacher store, and my Amazon store are down in the description box for you, and I will catch you guys in the next one.